Okay, let's have another activity. So let's use inductive reasoning to make a conjecture or conclusion. So look for a pattern from specific examples and make a conjecture. 1. Find the next term in 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, the next term is 5. What is our conjecture? This is the list of counting numbers. Or we can say that we add 1 to the preceding term. Let's have number 2. Find the next term in 1, 3, 9, 27. So to get the next term, we look for a pattern. How can we get the next term? So 1 from 1, it will become 3. From 3, it will become 9. From 9, it will become 27. So what can we conclude? If we multiply the preceding term to 3, if we multiply it to 3, 1 times 3, we got the next term, which is 3. Let's try to 9. If we multiply 3 to 9, or 3 to 3, we got the next term, 9. If we multiply 9 by 3, we got 27. So therefore, to get the next term, we multiply 27 by 3. 27 by 3 is equal to 81. What will be our conjecture? Multiply 3 or multiply by 3 the preceding term. So when we say preceding term, that will be a term prior to the next term. 3. Find the next term in 5, 9, 17, 33. So how can we get the 9 from 5? So we need to look for a pattern. Then how can we get 17 from 9 as well as 33 from 17? So we have, if we multiply 5 by 2 and then less 1, we got 9. 5 times 2, that is 10, minus 1 is 9. Let's check if our pattern is true to all the terms. 9 times 2, 18, minus 1, 17. So we get the next term using the pattern that we find. Next, 17 times 2 is 34, minus 1 is 33. So meaning, the conjecture that we can have, we multiply it by 2 and then subtract by 1 to get the next term. So 33 times 2, that will be 66, minus 1, it is equal to 65. So again, our conjecture is multiply the preceding term by 2, then minus 1. Then minus 1. So that is our conjecture to get the next term. Let's have number 4. Make a conjecture about the sum of any 3 consecutive numbers. So we have 3 plus 4 plus 5, that is equal to 12. 9 plus 10 plus 11, that is equal to 33. 30 rather. Next, we have 6 plus 7 plus 8. We have 21. 21 plus 22 plus 23, we have 66. Now let's look for the pattern of the sum of any three consecutive numbers. So the conjecture that we can have is the sum of any three consecutive numbers is equal to, let's check for the pattern. So let's look for the middle term. The middle term or the middle number of the consecutive number in first example is 4. For the second example, it's 10. Third example, it's 7. And then we have 22. So how many numbers we have? 3. If we multiply 3 to the middle term, 3 times 4, that is 12. 10 times 3, that is 30. 7 times 3, that is 21. Then 22 times 3, that is 66. So meaning, if we need to get the sum of any three consecutive numbers, we just need to multiply the middle term, the middle number, by 3. So therefore, again, our conjecture, the sum of any three consecutive numbers is equal to multiply the middle term or middle number by 10. Or it's equal to the product of the middle term and 3. Next, make a conjecture about the sum of two odd numbers. So if we have 1 plus 3, that is 4. 13 plus 9, that is 22. 5 plus 7, that is 12. 15 plus 21, we have 36. So to make the conjecture, the sum of two odd numbers is, then let's identify what kind of number will be the sum based on the example. So let's use the observation. So if we have odd number 1 plus 3, that is equal to 4, and 4 is said to be even number. 13 plus 9, 22 is also even number. 5 plus 7 is 12, 12 is also even number. 15 plus 21, 36, that is also even number. So therefore, the sum of two odd numbers is an even number. Okay, so if you want to make a false conjecture, you need to get the counterexample. To make the conjecture false, you need to find a counterexample. So you need to have a example that make the sum of two odd number is not an even number. Deductive reasonings begins with the general statement that is accepted as true, followed by specific statement, and then draw a conclusion. So the first statement is said to be true, followed by specific statement, then we make a conjecture. So we use the law of syllogism and the law of detachment, whichever is applicable, to make a conclusion. So man has two legs. Dave is a man. What can we conclude about Dave? Dave has two legs. Why? Because Dave is a man. Next, intelligent students love mathematics. Raven is an intelligent student. What can we conclude about Raven? Raven loves mathematics. Next, Even numbers are divisible by 2. 2, 4, and 8 are even numbers. So what can we conclude about 2, 4, and 8? 2, 4, and 8 are, that is said to be divisible by 2. Why? Because they are even numbers. And our general statement is accepted as true. Next, the sum of the measures of complementary angles is 90. Angle A and angle B are complementary angles. So again, the sum of the measures of complementary angles is 90. Our example of complementary angles is angle A and angle B. So to have the conclusion, the measure of angle A plus measure of angle B is equal to y addition because it is said to be the sum. Is equal to 90. So the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B is equal to 90. Next one, let's get the specific statement. So this is our conclusion. So we can get another statement based on the two given statements. So an acute angle measures between 0 and 90. Angle B measures between 0 and 90. So what can we conclude about angle B? Because it measures between 0 and 90. So therefore, angle B is an acute angle. Why acute angle? Because all acute angles measures between 0 and 90. And we said that angle B measures between 0 and 90. Therefore, our conclusion is angle B is an acute angle.